Thank you for joining with us for today's seminar. I'm Alan Gardner, Application Engineer from EGS India. So today's topic that we are going to discuss about is planning and executing our complex design process using 3D Experience SolidWorks. So we are going to see some of the industrial challenges in overall governance or management of different sectors or teams in organization and some of our robust tools to simplify or rectify those challenges in the areas you face. So this is our today's agenda. We start with a brief introduction about the 3D experience platform, and then let's see how collaboration tools and practices we practice in 3D experience platform helps in managing people and data, whether it may be managing issues on design level or rectifying them or planning an entire project from inception to the delivery date in a consecutive time frame. So let me talk about my organization. EGS India delivering design solutions since 1993. So we do computer aided services like finite element analysis, computational fluid dynamics, and tolerance analysis. So engineering services like new product design and development. We are authorized resellers of SolidWorks 3D CAD, simulation, enterprise PDM, and composer documentation software. We also provide technical training with hands-on from certified SolidWorks expert. So let's get into today's session. Let's start with a brief intro of 3D Experience platform. So you may have heard or known 3D Experience of platform before. So what's actually 3D Experience platform? So you may have heard about it. Let me rephrase it for you. So 3D Experience platform include these four essential capabilities. The first one is managing your product data on cloud with high security, as it includes PDM and PLM capabilities on its own. So you can have a total track record on a product or a new product you develop or a component you design in your industry, aiding with our platform. The second important capability of 3D experience we usually talk about is collaboration. That is managing people and managing data. We connect people with the right data at right time. So we can easily connect with other peoples to share our ideas and thought process, and vice versa. We can hear their ideas, we can know about their ideologies and approaches all around the world with our similar interests. We can know about their approaches on our own interests and their way of solving it by using communities. And next unique set of robust 3D experience platform capability is we have tools for every domain, whether it may be a new product development design or it may be validation of the same design. So we can simulate that. It may be automation or it may be manufacturing or it may be overall management. So the last capability of 3D experience platform is the marketplace, where we can connect with resellers all around the world to procure standard components and custom components based on your needs. You can order whatever you want, like standard components, to resellers all around the world. So these are the essential capabilities of 3D experience platform. As I previously stated, 3D experience platform has a unique set of tools for every domain, such as here we see design and engineering, browser-based design tools, advanced simulation tools, manufacturing, automation, and management, which is governance. Today, our major focus is going to be on the governance area. So, governance is a major domain that plays managing people, managing data, and connecting them. So let's see some of our common industrial challenges. We all are facing different challenges in our day-to-day process in our industries and organizations, whether it may be managing a product data, handling the data. So if we have large amount of data, handling it may seem sometimes tough. So we may manage revisions manually by using a casual practice like adding a prefix or suffix with them. So there we arises a chance of people from different department using different versions of the same data. There is a risk of different departments using different versions of the same data at the same time. So we have to ensure that every department and every people in our team using the latest revision of the data. So it becomes a tedious process, and we don't want confuse different teams with the different data. So we have to connect the right data with the right people. So we don't want to bother procurement team with the complex design charts, etc. Or we don't want to confuse design team with a document that belongs to some other team, like that. So in order to avoid this kind of industrial challenges, um we usually try to limit the access or channelize the data to the right people. So there are lots of problem we are facing. So what is the solution for all these challenges? So what's the solution? The solution is collaboration. Yes, we have to manage the people and data and connect them together. So, right people with the right data at right time is the correct solution. So, how can we make this happen? 3D experience SolidWorks makes everything possible, from making a connection or bridging the gap between data and people, and maintaining its final revision, like that. So, how it is possible? So let's begin with one of the unique aspects of 3D experience platform, which is collaboration through community. So what can we do using the 3D experience community? We can create user groups. We can share our thoughts and ideas, know what's happening on our same industrial vertical all over the world, or a different industrial vertical of our own choice. Create exclusive contents to share with our team or any other in the platform. So creating user groups in 3D experience platform is a simple task, just like we used to create groups on our known social media platforms like Facebook or WhatsApp, etc. We can simply add the people of our interest to create user groups. So we can simply name the user group, add description, and add people to the user groups and assign responsibilities related to them. So if you want some of our users to view the data, we can uh, give access only to view the data. Some people want to edit that data, so we can give access to edit the data. So likewise, we can manage permission on every level. Similarly, we can create communities and add these user groups and other users to the community. So here in user group, we can assign different roles and responsibilities to the members we add in our user group. So we name our community, add relevant description. We can set the profile picture. All these regular process we usually do with our other social media streams. We can also join other public communities to get more insight of what we want. And also we can decide the visibility of our community page to other users. Like if we want our community to be private with our user group, we can set that, or we can make our community publicly visible to all other users available in 3D experience platform. What can we do with the user groups? We can share our ideas as posts, or we can validate our own ideas. Like if we have an idea in our mind, we can just post that idea and validate that idea with higher approvals, higher authorities using their approvals. So we can assign certain tasks in community. So assigning a task and tracking it from start to finish can be done in here. So here we can give a task like creating a dashboard for all users in common to create and share a dashboard. So we can give that task to one of our members. We can share whatever we want to share. Um, we can validate our ideas. So just like I stated before, we can assign task here. We assigned a task like creating a common dashboard to the public project executive team. So this task is assigned to a particular person. So this task can be done by the particular person. We come to that later. Next up, we usually work saving our data to the common server or a shared storage location which has its own limitations like restricting access, etc. So in order to avoid that, on 3D experience platform we create a common working space on cloud for everyone in our team to store our data. So in cloud means there are various number of positives for this practice. You can access your data anytime from anywhere using any device when we use the cloud storage. So we can create a common workspace based on the project and can give access rights to the people based on their usage. You can decide uh, what kind of data we are storing in that unified space. So whether it may be CAD data or it may be a combined data which includes both CAD and non-CAD, we can decide what kind of data we are storing in our platform. So we can decide that. So we can also manage the access rights and the visibility of the contents we store inside. So just like the previous practice, we can name our common unified space, add description, decide which kind of data it wants to we want to store in that particular space, and set the visibility according to our preference. So two types of content we can store, whether it may be CAD or it may be it may contain both CAD and non-CAD data. So we have three visibility options here. So we can choose from that. So not only creating a user space, we can also give access rights for who to use this space. Like we want some of our people to use this space to just view or edit the content inside or manage the entire space. We can allocate different roles for different users uh, using this one unified space. So the next thing we essentially want for us to manage everything is on unified view. So we prefer to see a simplistic view overall activities of our team members. We prefer to have every tool at our hand reaching distance. For this, we can create a common dashboard and share it with users. So the dashboard provides everything we need in an organized and unified view. so we can make out our decisions very easily. Creating a dashboard is a simple process. So just like previous steps, we are going to name our dashboard and structure them as we want. So adding tabs and the we own platform own application widget applications we prefer. Just like let's say we want every uh, insight on our team at one place. We can set a tab and structure it with using our conversations or community we created before. Then we want the analytics at another tab, daily relevant news on one tab, activities of our team, or tasks and project status. So everything we can see on a unified view. We can simply add tabs and structure them using platforms own widget applications, the communities we seen before, the web page reader, or browser-based design tools, analytics tools. We can add everything to our dashboard. We structure them as we prefer, and not only that, we can also share this dashboard to our fellow teammates and users. So we can ensure that everyone is working under a same unified environment, which helps in avoiding unnecessary confusions. So we can see everything in one place. So all work under a single environment. So we can share or we can assign our team members to use this dashboard as a common dashboard. So next step is organizing the data. So we use bookmarks in books to easily find the last page we read on that book. Same procedure we are following inside the platform. We are going to create bookmark, and inside we are going to create file structures which will help us to retrieve our data without searching too much. So we can easily create a bookmark, and we can uh, build a file structure as we prefer to upload our data in platform on cloud, so we can manage and take whenever we want without tedious searching. So this avoids the sometimes we forget where we stored our data. So this kind of problems can be avoided using bookmark editor. So we can give access rights even in bookmark editor, we can give view permission, or someone to manage this entire bookmark, or someone to edit this bookmark update. Like that we can give access permission to every people inside. So if we want to store design data on one folder, we can have a bookmark for that. We want to store our analytics, we can have a bookmark for that. So we can set our common space inside that, and we can able to manage our data in a streamlined manner. So usually how we are doing big works that come to us. So whether it may be big projects or small planned work, we do those by planning those as small tasks. So you can create and assign tasks to your own team members, and you can assign tasks to yourself. So not only assigning, you can mention the urgency of task completion. So sometimes we came across the situation like some task has to be done very immediately, due to the urgency. So you can set the urgency level inside the platform while giving a task. So we can set duration for the task. Suppose if you want a task to complete it within a time frame or within 2 days, we can set the due dates for that, and we can attach the relevant CAD, non-CAD files to that. So this can be done easily in 3D Experience platform using collaborative task app. So here we can create a task, uh, name the task and assign the task to user inside our team. So this helps us to streamline the task and finish the task at the right time. So if the person, if the respective person finishes the task in right time, you will get a notification that the task is finished. So here we can set the estimated days, attachments, and we can set the common unified space as the storage location. So the respected person will move this task to work and complete the work, so it will be completed. So any process has a defined methodology or a defined route, whether it may be validating a design or a complete new product development that goes undergoes several steps on that process, like conceptual design, and then CAD design, validating the design, prototype, etc. We can set a default process route for everything. In case we want an approval route, we want a design to be approved. So we are deciding these are the persons who are going to approve this design. So we can set up a custom route to execute that particular process or any kind of process which we can plan. So we can assign respective peoples in every step. We can include whoever responsible to approve or validate the design or any kind of process we want. We can include them and assign due dates. So we can also save the templates of the routes we created to reuse for that same process. If we do the same process multiple times, or we sometimes we standardize the entire process. So in that times, this route management comes a very handy to us. So simply we can use in route management app, we can create the route we want. We just add name, description, and the tasks we are going to give to the people. So here, for example, we want to review and validate a document. We are adding it as a description, and we can modify the entire route. So we are uploading a content which needs to be validated and revised. So we are going to set up a route. So for every step you can name that step, and you can add instructions, you can add approver commands, you can assign who are the people who are going to do this particular validation within our particular time frame. So everything we can do using route management app. Sometimes we want this process should come after this process. We can set that also. So review and validation happens sequentially. So we can also save this as a template. So we can replicate this for various other process, or completing the same process once again. So the usual industrial challenge, the next challenge is carrying out design changes. So we we may find some design flaws or design errors in any stages of the design, whether it may be manufacturing or whether it may be manufacturing or in the design level, we may find some issues. So in order to rectify that issue, we do design changes. So issue can be raised by any people at any department. So this has certain step of process which includes finding and raising the issues. So next step we have to validate that the issue is worthy to solve, or we can move with this. So if it is worthy, we then raise a change request, which converts into a change action. Then we assign the change action to a particular person who does the design rectification, and then finish that issue using approval. So the we this is a tedious process. We can simplify the tedious process in 3D experience platform using these three steps. So any person in entire organization, someone from in manufacturing line, or someone from a management level people, anyone can find and raise an issue using markup. So we start with 3D markup. We used to annotate where is the actual flaw happened in design using some annotations and markups, and then we create an issue based on that markup. In that issue we share this markup as a reference document. So this will be helpful to validate this issue. So this issue management is an app in 3D experience platform where you can completely capture, track the entire issue from identification of the issue in the initial level, and to resolving and finding a solution for that. So this is a very streamlined and simple set of process, which makes the possibility that any employee or any person in that company can raise relevant issues against the products or components they are building, which results in improving overall product quality and work efficiency. So the you we make connection between people. So uh, if this kind of issues are found early stages, we avoid big losses. So after issue is found, that issue is validated and the change request is raised. Issue validation by the corresponding manager in charge. So the in charge person will validate the issue by using the 3D markups we created early. So next we have to verify this actual design change is needed or not. So based on that change request raised initially, the a particular respective people will go through that, and this design change is actually efficient, worthy or not. Then we convert the change request into change action. So in change action, uh, what are we going to do is assign this task, this design rectification, to a particular person, add instructions on what's wrong and what should be done on the design. So he can easily take the relevant file or relevant data from that change action and work on it and upload it for approval. So he will use SolidWorks to rectify that issue, and based on that, after he resolves, he waits for approval, and then if the issue is completely resolved, the higher authority can approve this change action, and the change action will be completed. So tedious, confusing process becomes very simple inside 3D experience platform. So next step, we would like to plan any project within a time frame by assigning different tasks to different people, like that. So everything we can do in project planner. So we all have deadlines while taking a projects. Some projects needs to be done in a single month, some project in 15 days, some project in 3 months. We can set up the duration date, so we can plan any projects from the inception level to delivery to the customer. So we can consolidate our tasks within the allocated time. So we can avoid uh, giving many tasks to the same person. We can manage different tasks with the different people. So some tasks need to be done only after certain tasks are finished. So that kind of tasks we can set dependencies and milestone between tasks. So this will improve your work efficiency. So everything we can see in a Kanban view like this. So if the customer or if if the delivery date is pushed forward, we can let other people know that this task are to be completed within a short period of time. Everything we can do, we can set the priority for every task, which task has to be given the most importance, which task can be done leniently, everything. So we can add attachments, we can add relevant documents, we can add relevant instructions, we can assign people and see everything on an unified view. So every task we assign in project planner goes as a task to the respective person. That respective person will take the task from the collaborative task and work on it. Every status can be viewed on a simplified summary view on project planner. So how many tasks are completed, how many tasks are in work. So if there is a time constraint, how many tasks are at a deadline, how many are at risk. So how much work we have done so far in this time frame. So we can easily improve the work efficiency of our team by governing everything from one place. So this has many major benefits. So using 3D experience platform, regardless of where you stay, or so you may be in travel, or you may go to customer place, like that, you can connect digitally. You can connect digitally from any place using any device. You can collaborate with your team members and other. You can know the exact news you want to know about your industry vertical, or what's happening on that day, or what's the hottest news about your industry, like that you can able to know using our communities by collaborating socially. So 3D experience platform makes complex tasks very simple. So many complex tasks are sorted out by small simple process steps. So you can integrate that and deploy in your own process. So ultimately this all comes under cloud, so you can access this anywhere, anytime, using any device with maximum security. So these are all the benefits. So I hope this session will is useful. These are all our customers. For some of for all our customers, we gave different design solutions, which resulted in them managing data very better. So some of the our customers had faced issues on managing data, or complex CAD interface, sharing data, data security issues. So we provided different solutions based on their needs, which resolved many problems for our customers. Then we can end this session now. So thank you for your time. Thank you for joining with us. Thank you.